But athletes do dumbass things if it improves their performance.
In 2006, a cheerleader fell 15 feet off of a 3-tier human pyramid, landing straight on top of her head. What happened next gained national media attention, with her appearing on The Today Show, Good Morning America, The Ellen Show, and even a phone call with the President of the United States. All of this new media attention around this topic led to new safety protocols coming out, with eventually the banning of the human pyramid in cheerleading. So what exactly is the human pyramid, and why is it so dangerous that it needed to be banned? Well, you see, whether or not you give any attention to cheerleading performances, you're likely familiar with the human pyramid. It's a move that involves 2 or more people standing or kneeling on top of each other in order to form a tower, with the record height actually being 9 levels or over 12 meters high. So you can imagine it's not unusual for the pyramid to occasionally collapse, and there have been some notable incidents in the past that have been pretty tragic. But the most tragic or most notable was what happened to Krista Yamoka in March 2006 that nearly took her life. You see, Krista Yamoka was a cheerleader at Southern Illinois University, and on March 5th, 2006, during a timeout in the match between Southern Illinois and Bradley University, she and her teammates were going to pull off a human pyramid. But they were specifically going to do a multi-tier pyramid that was not just one person on top of another, but it was one person on top of another on top of another. So it was a 3-tier pyramid. Now during the routine, Christy was on the 3rd tier and was expected to perform splits and a front roll into the arms of 2 guys who were waiting to catch her. However, she lost her balance and she fell backwards, and she fell 15 feet off of the human pyramid, landing straight onto her head on the hardwood floor of the basketball gym. So for a few seconds, she laid there motionless in front of a crowd of 14,000 people, but eventually she did regain her consciousness. Now once she did, she requested that she stay till the end of the performance. Now when the paramedics arrived, she was placed in a neck and back brace to prevent further injury, but while they started to move the stretcher, she continued to perform her routine from her stretcher with the only part of her body that could move, her arms. And so once she got to the hospital, it was confirmed that she'd fractured vertebrae in her neck and suffered a concussion. Well, that footage of Christy's cheerleading performance while on the stretcher, it went viral online, and it was showed on several media platforms like CNN, ESPN, and many others. She then went on to appear on The Today Show, Good Morning America, Ellen, and while in the hospital, she even received a phone call from George Bush, the President of the United States. And one of the common things they asked her is to recount her experience and ask her why she had such a positive attitude, and she responded with she didn't want her squad to be distracted. However, with the story going viral, cheerleading's governing bodies did not take this incident lightly. So first, the Missouri Valley Conference banned tossing or launching of cheerleaders into the air, and they placed a ban on human pyramids over 2 levels. Following that, the American Association of Cheerleading Coaches and Administrators, which sets standards for cheerleading safety, recommended that college conferences bar cheerleaders from high pyramids and basket tosses, which basket tosses is a move that involves throwing a cheerleader into the air without a mat. However, according to the president of the association, Jim Lord, this restriction was only going to hold for performances on basketball courts because of the hardwood floors. Now, even though the association had no power to ban the moves, the NCAA and the NAIA and other basketball tournaments, they all were in support of these restrictions. So, in July of 2006, the ban was made permanent. However, alongside basket tosses and pyramids higher than 2 levels, they also started to place restrictions on one-arm stunts, stunts involving twisting and flipping, and twisting tumbling skills on hardwood floors. So, although the human pyramid wasn't totally banned, it's a far cry from what it used to be in cheerleading. Now, what makes this even more interesting is that there have been many other similar incidents similar to this over the years, but it wasn't until the global media picked up the story, thanks to her cheerleading on the stretcher, that any action was actually taken. So what do you think? Do you think this should have been banned? And do you think the virality of this was the cause? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you're enjoying these band technique videos and you have any specific technique that you would like to see me do a video on, let me know in the comment section below. I'm John from Jumpers Junction. Thanks for watching.